Is that true, Dad?
Or what?
To tell people to take their open all their teeth right out.
I don't know.
Yep.
So every white person you just seen take opioids, teeth rotting out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can't see it. I don't know. That's what
So
I
how
heard.
you know then?
You don't take the shit, so why you worried? I'm just asking you a question, you know.
So why you ask me the question if I don't know?
You go research here about the internet and stuff. I'm smart. I mean, everybody read anything, Google anything.
Abigail says he's dying, Dutch. We'll have to stop someplace. Okay, Arthur's out looking. I sent him up ahead.
If we don't stop soon, we'll all be dying. It's weather, it's rain. I just hope none of our brothers lost what we did.
There! Arthur! Any luck? I found a place where we can get some shelter. The Davy Ranch, buddy. You know, an old abandoned town. Hey, big boss! Come on! Come on! Yeah! Bring him in!
Miss Cassie, get that fire out quick. Miss Jones, bring in whatever blankets we have. Mr. Pearson, see what we got in terms of food. Davy's dead.
Bills. Nothing more than good done.
What are we gonna do when he supplies?
First of all, you're gonna stay here. Move and get yourself warm. Honestly, John and Mike are scouting out ahead. Arthur and I, we'll ride out. See if we can find one of them. Yes, just for short lived. Listen to me, all you from home. Now, we've had a bad couple of days. I love Davy, Jenny, Dawn, Max. They may be okay. We don't know. But we lost some stuff. Now, if I could throw myself in the ground in their stead, I'd do it. Gladly. But we're gonna ride out and we're gonna find some food. Everybody, we're safe. Now, there ain't nobody following us through a storm like this one. And by the time they get here, well, we're gonna be long gone. We've been through worse than this before. Mr. Pearson, Miss Grimshaw, I need you to turn this place into a camp. We may be here for a few days. Now, all of you, get yourselves warm. Stay strong. Stay with me. We ain't done yet. Come on, Arthur.
All right. We've got some work to do.
We ain't running
Running into the yet. So they both must have headed down here. Hey, I ain't had time to ask. What really went down back there on that boat?
We miss
We miss you.
That's what
That's what happened.
Come on.
Come on.
Hey,
Neil.
Neil.
Oh, yeah.
We missed
Mr.
Smith.
Smith.
This is up indoors.
Press that hand. I'll live. Get indoors, son. We need you strong. Okay. All right. Let's head out. They sure look right out here, Dutch. We have tried. Stay close and look at what they stick to the trail. Turn it water. 2 days or more by this time. Oh, that's the most for sure. Bridge coming up. Take it easy. He's the last one. No more. We need to get those people warm. At least we know they can put a big page to this tale as it is. A couple more days. We'll be on the other side. You need to help me pick the others back up. You're the only one I can rely on to stay strong right now. Wait, is that someone coming towards us? You over there. Who's there? Mike. Yeah, man. Found anything? I think so. Found a little homestead down that way. Okay. Anyone home? Sure. Please. I had noise. Sounded like a car. Go station. Follow me. How's Davey doing? He ain't making. Nor did little Jenny. That's too bad. Davey was really tired. Both of them found the woman is. Yeah. Man, does you know why it is business?
future. So what? She had a secret Hindu first husband.
Dog. I reckon the house in the alley.
You can't go. I came here for answers. All I've got is more questions. Knew this would happen.
Anyone help me with this?
I'll help. Come yards.
Thanks. Big moment, you won't forget this in a hurry.
You're right there. Shouldn't have come. I'm too nice. This is what happens when you try to be nice. You want to see what we're listening to in there?
Yep.
After much delay and amid escalating criminal violence in the past. Patton has finally released the specific details of the border which will separate the two countries.
What borders are they talking about?
Pakistan. Today India's officially... cut into pieces. This is 17th of August. And still you want to go ahead? Nothing changes, Mum. We knew this was coming.
Sorry, Dominic, it sounds stupid. What year is it exactly? Same year you have in England. 1947.
Partition. We're in the middle of the partition of India.
3, 2, 1.
These are for the celebrations.
Big celebrations. Welcome to the border, where India ends and our future begins. What do you do?
Quick, Cyber. August 1947. Partition. The borders of... just been announced.
India, Pakistan.
It's not just the one that gets divided. Rioting in the cities. Tens of millions of people about to be displaced. More than 1 million about to die.
Nothing man's without it. I'm thinking that hours well up now.
You can't know the borders. It's only just been announced.
The maps were leaked weeks ago. I got one from my source.
Your sources must be wrong because you've just put my house in Pakistan.
With the other Muslims. What? You get a fresh start. Alice, you need to slow down.
Pakistan is somewhere for Muslims if they want to go.
I'm not saying you have to go, but Pakistan is being created for Muslims. Hindus have India, we both feel safe.
Now, what do you say to that, brother? It's not that simple.
But I get you have a hard decision if you're married.
The land belongs to everyone, has done for centuries. One day doesn't change that.
I love you, brother. You're gone.
If we can't eat it or drink it, put it down.
Look! Demons! I told you this would happen. I told you these days were cursed.
What were they? Bhakti?
Captain.
He was your man on the road. He's a holy man. A Sadi. Everyone knows him as Bhakti. Umbreen and I asked him to bless our marriage. Why would they kill him?
I don't know. But what I also don't understand is, you just saw something not of this world, and you took it right in your stride. Why is that, Brent?
I've seen them before.
Where have you seen them before?
Who are you? You say you're Umbreen's family, but clearly you're not. And you ran at those demons like you didn't care.
I don't think they're demons.
Why should I trust what you think?
Because we've got experience with impossible creatures, and because we ask questions like, what is this substance on his body?
And things are getting even weirder. You think that's what they used to kill him? Some sort of fast-dissolving poisonous dust?
It doesn't read like he was poisoned. I don't understand. So what are we going to tell the others back there?
They don't have to know. Asna already thinks the marriage is cursed. Umbreen doesn't need anything else to worry about and manage. Who knows what he thinks these days? I was away from him for too long, fighting in the war. By the time I got back, Manish wasn't my baby brother anymore.
People grow up. We all have to find our own way.
Some of us need more guidance than others. This fella needs to be laid to rest.
Why don't we go and get the others to help, but not let on what happened? Oh, Guardian waves. Which could mean a dormant optonic engine nearby.
What's she saying? If I had to guess, I think we're going demon home.
Gold star for Ryan. Oh wait, was that awarding points? Oh, I forgot about the points.
I'm coming with you.
No.
I know this forest. I can help.
Okay. Yes! Be careful what you say back there. The wrong word in the wrong moment. You can interfere yourself out of existence. Do you understand? You know there are aliens here, right? In the Punjab during partition, and you're really back moving Gobby. Tread softly. You're treading on your own history.
I like this. Traipsing through the forests alongside the British, looking for the enemy. Done enough of that. Although, maybe you're my enemy now, for the mess you just made of my country. Carving it up, slapdash in 6 weeks. Gonna run up home now, are you?
I'll make a note of your thoughts and pass them on to Mountbatten if I ever bump into him again.
These demons, have you seen them before? Or do you reckon they're here because of the partition?
I don't know. Need to find out.
Then he's got one up on you if you've seen them before, yeah? What's your demon tracker say?
He's saying... Hello?
What is that?
Seems like a transmart doorway.
Nice. That was cool. Boy, just like that. We were in the forest and now we're... Really not.
Shot. We got through a doorway. Into...
The demon's lair.
Won't be quite like that, but you're getting the gist.
Spaceship though, right?
Could get reading anything.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, you're right. It really is. I think it surprised you. Demons.
Hey, do you think they're here?
Not getting any life signals. Maybe they're out. Shopping. Catching Monday. Bowling. Some races like bowling. I'm talking to confront my lady Murray.
I know. I've got back home.
Oh, come on. These things must unlock it.
Hey, that worked. What is it?
Exactly what I wanted. Craft spec. Species data. Bio ID.
What? What have you seen, Doctor?
This is a Vajarian hive.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Vajarians are assassins.
Right, so that's basically a bad thing, yeah.
I've heard about them, never come across them. They're one of the ancient species, evolved themselves into the deadliest assassins in the known universe.
He was the target.
Why though? Why would the Vajarians target a holy man in the 1940s? Wait, You said you'd seen them before. Where?
Don't want to talk about it.
It could be important.
I don't want any of this. I'm supposed to be married tomorrow.
Mate, the doctor's right. We can help you, but you have to trust us. Where did you see them?
In Singapore. Last section, I found the boat to escape on. But I'd signed up with Kunal. I wasn't going to leave without him at my side. That's where I saw the demons. Standing over my older brother's dead body. I lost them in the haze as the evacuation sounded. Left his body there. I couldn't save him. Why are they here? How did we bring demons on ourselves?
I don't know, but we'll find out. I will protect you. All of you.
What if you can't?
Hey, look at this. That was the stuff that was on the old man's body. The stuff that they used to kill him.
Taking a look at that. Okay, choose like that.
Desecrated the hive. The hive is sacred.
Do you have to push your words into our heads like that? Because it really hurts. I know, we haven't actually. It's you who are desecrating this planet. I know who you are. I know what you do. And it's not happening here. Leave these people alone. They're under my protection now.
You cannot prevent this.
You just watch me. Miniaturized transport locks. Clever. Also, confiscated. See ya!
What just happened? No idea. But the doctor said get out of the forest. Come on.
Did you know? Did you know the script? How did we go? We're not exactly sure.
Where's Prem? And your other friends?
Seeing if they can find out any more about what happened.
Your family vanish. First.
Oh,
This is another terrible omen for you.
thanks for that.
I'll get the cart. Bring his body back.
I'll help you prepare the burial. And pray for your family.
I don't know what to do. Bhakti had agreed to marry us. Not many would agree to a Hindu marrying a Muslim right now.
Then you can't go ahead with marrying Prem.
You think I'd give up that easily? I've seen war take our young, and drought take our old and weak. Now men without a clue are imposing a border like a crack through my country. Prem is the one certain thing in my life.
This must be scrambling your head.
Just a bit. Got an Umanam story. She inspired me. If this is true, if this is her life, then she lied to me.
Yeah, but maybe she just didn't want to tell you everything, you know. Woman's allowed to have secrets, even from her granddaughter. And you've got to remember, yeah, it's that girl in there. She ain't your nan yet. It's only later she'll decide how to tell it.
Ain't they seen the days?
And I honestly don't know whether any of us know the real truth of our own lives. Because we're too busy living them from the inside. So just enjoy it, yes. Live this moment. And figure it out later.
How you doing?
Easier said than done.
No, I get that, but... Look at us.
I need to. I'm sorry.
The things we're doing with the dog. We're in 1947.
We're my nan.
Yeah.
No one will ever believe us. Especially my nan. Sounds like trouble.
It must be the doc.
We don't answer to you. You must leave, or we will stand over your corpses.
I think they're getting to the point.
Is it me? They're here to kill me. Take me. I promise to leave the others.
No, not going to happen. Both of you, I'm dealing with this. I've just nicked 4 of your transport locks out of the forest. Good trick, by the way. Forcing people back away from the boundary. Clever. So clever I'm using it myself. Against you. Locking you out of this farm.
Kill the demons.
No. Just exiled them for now. I made a temporary transport barrier around the farm. I'm hoping it'll keep them out for the next few hours. Enough time for you to get married and for us to keep everyone safe.
Are you serious after what's just happened? Can't you see what's happening? You bring demons to life.
I don't think they're demons.
Well, I do. I'm with Manish.
How many hours?
12? 18 at a push. I can't be sure.
Tonight we celebrate, and we marry first thing. And then if we have to fight them, we will. Come on.
Still not interfering, are we? Oi! The alien assassins started it. We can't leave now. If something happens to Umbreen, your whole timeline could be erased. No Yaz! We can't have a universe with no Yaz! Now, whatever's in here might tell us more. Nobody breathe too deeply. Whoa! It's overloaded my Sonic. Too many inputs. It's never happened before. I think. I have to go analog. I need oil, water, tree bark, a saucepan, 9 containers, an old newspaper, a touch of box spit, a chicken poo, and a biscuit.
Bugsy, not chicken poo. Why a biscuit?
I love biscuits.
I am never, ever getting spit from an ox ever again, no matter how much you lead him.
The ox took a bit of a shine to him.
So what is it then? Science. Should break the sample down, give us more information. Only take a couple of hours.
Are you coming or not? What's that?
Part of my demon repellent.
That better be gone by tomorrow.
Definitely.
So come on, women with me and Mum, men over at Prem's house.
This is the best thing ever. Never did this when I was a man. Doctor, you and your jokes? Yeah, that's right. My references to body and gender regeneration are all in jest. I'm such a comedian.
Umbreen doesn't think these are my best work. But maybe if you had to prepare a body this morning, you wouldn't draw so well either.
So, how long have you known Prem?
Our whole lives. We grew up here together. Our families have worked the land alongside each other for generations. I can't believe it's happening. I I waited so long for him. All the time he was away fighting. I was terrified he wouldn't come home. But he did. And now I see my life mapped out with him. Our home here.
Let us stay.
Nobody cares what we do here, Mum. It's not a city.
I stood outside earlier. I heard gangs in the distance. Motor vehicles, gunshots.
It's a long way away.
It's not too late. I can still find you a good Muslim man.
Are you joking right now?
Look at the misery that follows him. You don't even have a priest. What sort of respectable wedding will it be?
I don't care about traditions. I don't care about respectable... Wait, you're a doctor, right? That's respectable. You could marry us.
Don't be ridiculous.
I suppose I could.
No, doctor.
I haven't officiated a wedding since Einstein. His parents didn't approve either. Non-denominational, though.
If your father were alive, he'd die on the spot.
Everyone is saying it's a new future. We make our own traditions now.
You're on. But we're not getting involved. I'll let you teach it.
Boss, again, you're cleaning me out, little brother.
You know what they say though, Prim? Unlucky at cards, lucky at love.
You think he's lucky?
Yeah.
I think he's lost his mind.
Hey, mate, not in his stud, mate. You'll have to forgive him. Spends too much time reading pamphlets, listening to angry men on the radio.
Do you love me, Prim?
Of course I love you. You know, sometimes I don't recognize the brother I'm behind.
Kanar would have understood. He said he was only fighting for you lot so he could get rid of you. And now it's happening. Don't marry tomorrow.
One brings a good woman.
You can't live together here. India's not her home.
India's a home to all of us. We didn't change when a line was drawn.
But we did.
Thank you.
I need air.
She's going to officiate knowing he's not your granddad.
Well, if Manish has anything to do with it, there won't be anything to officiate.
Yeah, these alien assassins, we still don't know who they come for.
What happens here? Why does she never tell her family about any of this? This just is the densest organic material you can imagine. It's sort of everything. Carbon, phosphorus,
We got a good year there.
oxygen, sulfur,
What?
calcium.
All the news like that for sale, different like sale now. I mean about 50 and 30.
Yeah, something like that.
They're breaking the transfer locks!
Why are you taking pictures of me?
Huh?
Why are you taking pictures?
I got the new, they upgrade my tap seats. They ain't have no video on it. Now they do. They used to just take a picture of something like that, describe it. But now they got a video.
So that's for now, at least.
Everything is upgraded.
To me.
I'm so blessed.
I know the stories of the assassins.
My eyes, sweetheart.
We are changed.
Changed how?
Our past is no more. We are no longer assassins. Now we are witnesses.
I don't understand.
We honor the lost, as we cannot honor our own.
No, still not with you.
As the assassins hunted, the Fajari world was destroyed. We returned to find nothing. This is all that remains of our home, our people, every ancestor. All one dust.
I'm so sorry.
You have issue with the way I see things now?
We were too late.
I just asked you why you was taking a picture.
But we who returned gave up 100 generations to serve, to remember the lost dead, the unmourned.
Where's that,
In time, it was all
that
we knew.
money counter thing?
And now we travel beyond, seeking
Calling them behind the mask.
knowledge dead, across all of time and space. This is now the Fajarian mission, to bear witness to those alone, to see, to bear pain, honor life as it passes. As each one passes, we commemorate union.
That's what Pam's what you do to Canal. What you do to the Holy Man. But why here? Why now?
Millions will perish, unseen, unknown, with the death to come.
Casualties and partition.
We read the time waves.
But why this family? Why this land?
His time is soon.
How soon? Give him a day. Just give him this day, please.
We are not gods. Events
Yeah, Brown wouldn't come to you with a compliment.
Witness.
What?
Brown wouldn't come to you with a confidence. It's amazing how.
If you didn't kill the Holy Man, if you were only honoring his death, how did he die?
For a comfort.
We can show you.
Where have you been? You've been on hours. The Thajarians, they told me everything. I know what happened. And I know what happens. I want to know what happened. Prem dies today. We can't let that happen. It has to. For Umri to become your nanny, for you to exist, Prem has to die.
You mean the Tajarians have come to kill Prem?
That's not why they're here. They're not assassins. They honour those who die alone.
Maybe it's with compassion.
Umri loses her husband on the day she marries. Of course, she never wants to talk about it. I'm sorry, Yas. We should leave. No. I want to be sure she's safe whatever happens. I want to look after my nanny.
I'm with you.
Yeah, me too. We can't tell them what happened.
I woke this morning to the sight of smoke over the hills. More villages burned, more homes ransacked. It seems these savage mobs cannot be satisfied.
I urge you to stay safe and stay strong. Protect yourselves however you must.
I like that one for life.
The flowers don't help much. You still look like a schoolboy in manoeuvres.
These are the best clothes I have.
No manish.
He's out early. I'll be here. Did you hear the noises in the valley during the night? Violence is getting closer. Who's doing this stuff?
Ordinary people who've lived here all their lives. Whipped into a frenzy to be part of a mob. Nothing worse than when normal people lose their minds. We've lived together for decades. Hindu, Muslim and Sikh. And now we're being told our differences are more important than what unites us. Like we learned nothing in the war. I don't know how we protect people when hatred's coming from all sides. No. All we can strive to be is good men. And you, Prem, are a good man. I am. Come on. Marriage.
This is the spot you choose?
I'm going to be the first woman married in Pakistan.
Of course you are.
You alright, sweetheart? I always cry at weddings. I know there aren't many certainties in any of our lives. But Umbri, Pren, what I see in you is the certainty you have in each other. Something I believe in my faith. Love, in all its forms, is the most powerful weapon we have. Because love is a form of hope, and like hope, love abides in the face of everything. You both found love with each other. You believed in it, you fought for it, and you waited for it. And now, you're committing to it. Which makes you, right now, the two strongest people on this planet. Maybe in this universe. I'm not sure how we formalised this.
I am. Will you?
That's the Hindu thing, isn't it? Tying their hands together.
Now it can be our thing, if we want it to be. I'm not often lost for words, but I never thought this day would come. It's been tough. People who I wish were here to celebrate, they are busy. The drought was nearly the end of us, but we get to have this day because of Manish. You were tireless. When there was hardly any food, you took none. When we doubted we'd make it through to summer, you kept on. Night and day we worked those fields together. I am proud to have been your neighbour, but I'm even prouder now to call you my brother.
Selfish ass nigga, man. I'm hot, I'm cold, fucking in the garage though. Y'all stop shutting this fucking door, man.
You kept us fed, Manish. Will you let me feed you?
I didn't work this land for you, Umbri. I worked it for my brothers.
Let's see if we can do it.
Man, this is a long ass fucking introduction.
How you doing? Been a few days. I know. Here. Take a drink of this. Thanks. Design nice and slow. Let's keep moving then. Come on. Guy, where are you? Boss, can you hear me? Guy, can you hear me? Guy! 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 Over here! Down on the left! That's John! You coming? Yeah, here! That's quite a scratch you got there. Never thought I'd say this, but good to see you, Arthur Morgan. You don't look so good. How filthy good name. Breathe. Don't down just yet, cowboy. Can't go back the way we came. Let's try this way. Thank you.
So let's talk about the rest of the NFC. Which team? I feel like we know the Rams and the Saints. They're at the top. Is there a team, or which team is the biggest threat to those two?
Okay,
go ahead, Peter.
I'm gonna lay it out here because I feel like these two are like the Mario and Luigi, and the rest of them are just supporting characters.
Yoshi,
yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
who's the Yoshi? That's what I
Who's the
should have
Yoshi?
said. Sorry.
Thursday night was horrible for the Panthers. They got embarrassed on national TV in their first primetime game, so most of the country is like, all right, I saw enough, I'm out. Like, no more hype, we're done. Let me give you their schedule coming up. The Carolina Panthers. They play Detroit, that should be a win. They play Seattle at home, that should be a win. They play the Buccaneers, that should be a win. They play the Browns, that should be a win. And then they finish the season with Saints, Falcons, Saints. We're going to know if the Panthers are that team by week 15, and then we'll really know by the end of the regular season for those last 3 games. But there is no reason the Panthers shouldn't rattle off 4 straight wins with Lions, Seahawks, Buccaneers, and Browns coming up. And if that's the case, they should be coming with a full head of steam for those final 3 divisional matchups. I'm going to say the Carolina Panthers are forgotten because we're not going to talk about them for the next couple months. I feel like the next 5 weeks, they're out of sight, out of mind. They lost their primetime shot, and they were blown out in a game that we hyped them up for. And they ain't going to be on primetime in any of these ones. But I'm going to say that the Panthers, they could get a little steam, could get a little momentum. Maybe that was the best thing that could have happened to them. Get the doors blown off you, be humbled, check your egos.
You're with Cam.
I'm saying the
Exactly what Cam was saying.
The Panthers can use that. They can use that to motivate, and they've got wins on the schedule left. A lot of these teams have brutal schedules. Panthers don't. Go win those 4 games and come in strong for the Saints on
Until
Thursday.
they have to face the Saints twice at the end of the season, a team that beat them 3 times last year.
I see Christian McCaffrey as the toad. You know, the little guy, small, fast, yahoo! But you know what I play Mario Kart? I'm not making a joke. I like Wario. I like being the big bad guy. And the Wario in the NFC, right now, I'm going to take a shot at this. We saw something yesterday we haven't seen in about 6 months, and that was Khalil Mack at his full powers. Khalil Mack did terrible, terrible things to the Lions at Soldier Field yesterday. So the Bears are not the Rams, are not the Saints. I'm looking forward and taking a shot. I think if you got them in a playoff game and you had one of those signature defensive performances from a passer, I think that's the only way you're going to beat these.
We've seen it from Von Miller in big games, right?
We've seen it from Cam Jordan in big games. We've seen pass rushers who can take over the game. And I just think unless you hit Breeze, unless you hit Goff, like, they're going to hit you and knock you out. Khalil Mack rested for weeks, and they risked it. They could have played. They said, I think he's our best player. We're going to take a shot. We're going to beat the Bills. We're going to beat the Jets. And then they unleashed him yesterday, and it looked like the same one we saw week 1, week 2. Should the Bears continue to develop, and Trubisky develops, a big-time Khalil Mack game is the kind of game that could knock off a Breeze or a Goff. That's what it's going to take. I don't think any of that offense can do it. I don't think there's a Rodgers and a Brady who can beat them offensively. I think you have to beat them with the defensive star, and I think he's right now the best in the league.
The Vikings can do it.
The Vikings?
Yeah, I think they can. I think Kirk Cousins, you're talking offense, he's having a better year statistically than Tom Brady is right now. He's an upgrade on what they had last year with a guy that can stretch the field. I have this weird feeling that everything's happening at the right time, right? They were not great on defense to start, and then they got Everson Griffin back. They're doing celebrations after big plays. They're starting to look like they did last year up defensively right now, and they are the #1 defense, by the way, over the last 4 weeks. And I feel like Dalvin Cook is back. Stephon Diggs is dealing with a bit of an injury. The bye week came, I feel like, right at the best time. And I just feel like in that NFC North, they're still going to sort of run the show. It'll be a huge game against the Bears.
Guess what? They beat the Saints last year in a playoff game, so they're not scared of them there. And they beat the Rams in a regular season game last year. They're not scared of them there.
They won 4 or 5.
Sorry, the Rams beat them last year, but
How they beat the Saints in that playoff game? The world deserves the Saints-Vikings playoff rematch, right? I mean, that'd be incredible.
Which teams in the NFC pose the biggest threat to the Rams Saints? I keep thinking about it and talk about it. Just think about these offenses. And now it's hard to put something out. It's hard to find them. And here's the thing, since we're talking Mario Kart, when you battle with Mario Kart, what are you trying to do? You're trying to burst the balloons, right? And there's 3 balloons on these. Only thing that's going to happen if balloons burst within these teams, and that's injuries. And I know injuries are inevitable, but if you get healthy at the end of the year and you can maintain that, I feel like nobody's going to stop these guys, and they will meet up at the end. And it's a championship game. You got to give credit to the team that's the biggest bully, and that's the Saints right now. The Saints, they proved to be the better team when they played, and not only that, they're playing almost like collegiate football right now, where they're running up the score on teams for their own personal confidence, but also to send a message to everybody else. But right now, Rams and Saints, two of the best offenses in business, those guys will be in the playoffs.
The Vikings did beat the Rams in the regular season last year, so they had that little. But then again, the Rams beat them this year, which is probably more important.
See how it all shakes out, but I still feel
met your pal, the $6 million man. Remember how happy you were getting me as a kid? Feel that way again with a stylish Honda Accord during Happy Honda Days. It comes with a standard turbocharged engine and Honda Sensing, suite of safety and driver assist features. Yep, they really did build the Accord better, stronger, faster. Wait.
First Things First is